Hey, good night at the ballpark tonight for us. Scored a lot of runs. Our pitchers pitched well. We defended pretty well. We ran the bases pretty well. We had one inning where we had a couple of boo-boos on the base pass, but they were aggressive mistakes. But a nice way to end the fall season for sure. With the I think we put a cherry on top kind of at the end of this fall season. So the girls are excited, but now it's time to work toward the spring even more so as we prepare in the weight room, get some bodies healthy, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, and just tell me about this fall ball season. You ended it with the cherry on top, like you said. What have you learned most from your team this season?
Well, they really like each other. It's been refreshing as a coaching staff. It's players get along with coaches get along with players, and they've kind of bought into the idea of Troy versus everybody. And we have another slogan, "Don't be lame," and they've kind of bought into that. And it's neat to see the buy-in that the girls have right now, and they're really pulling for one another, cheering for one another, and it's been exciting to see all the successes that we've had this fall.
Yeah, and what can we expect from the team just going into the next season, learning from this season?
I'd say they do believe they've got a swagger about them, which can't be taught. So it's something that we talked in the huddle right now. November, December now becomes preparation for the spring, and there seems to be a hunger that almost can't be taught. So we're very, very excited about that as a coaching staff. We know that the spring is going to bring a much tougher schedule. We will get pushed very, very hard, very early. But I just encourage them to not only work over the break, but just realize that we've got a tough road to go, and everyone in the springtime is going to be shooting for us.
Yeah, and you had an impressive performance across the board with a lot of players. I heard you talk in a huddle at one point. I'm down here with the team about Presley having an unselfish at-bat. Just kind of talk about that and what you were saying to the team.
It's such a, and it was early on, like fourth or fifth inning, I feel like, and we had knocked on the door in the previous innings, and we're just kind of looking for that knockout blow. And Presley, I feel like I was giving her the bunt sign, and they were balls, so she pulled back and worked herself into a full count. And at the full count, she drew the walk, and I just felt like it was a very unselfish at-bat, and that inning led to like a 6-run inning. And I give her a lot of credit for her unselfishness, her willingness to lay down a bunt when her name was called, but it just wasn't in the cards. Didn't get a pitch to bunt per se. But little things like that, just to kind of reinforce those unselfish moments. That was a freshman right there, and so I gave her the credit for the 6-run inning, even though all it was a walk.
Yeah, and any final feelings just at the end of fall ball season, coming to a close and getting ready for the next season?
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to our coaching staff. We've really worked hard this fall. The players have bought in. It was a very successful fall, but that's what it is. It was a successful fall. And now it's about preparing for the spring and seeing what we can do in the spring. The fall doesn't mean a lot. We were 8-0, but no one cares. So now it's about preparing for the spring season and just realizing that everybody's coming for us.